Hello students, I have come with a new video and here we will complete these all NCERT text question and NCERT textual question. तो अभी हम लोग क्लास 9th का कवर कर रहे हैं। इसके बाद से मुझे उन बच्चों के लिए रिक्वेस्ट आ रही थी कि जिन बच्चों का यूटी स्टार्ट हो रहा है और उनके एनुअल एग्ज़ाम में भी ये चैप्टर्स आ रहा है, तो ये चैप्टर क्लास 9th के लिए है, बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है। आप लोग अच्छे से एनसीईआरटी टेक्स्ट और टेक्सचुअल के जितने भी क्वेश्चंस हैं आप यहाँ पे कवर कर लीजिए। तो लेट्स स्टार्ट नाउ। Question is that what do we get from the cereals, pulses, fruits and vegetables? To answer, cereal gives us carbohydrates which provide energy. Pulses give us proteins which build our body. Vegetables and fruits provide vitamins and minerals. So its answer, simple question, simple answer. Now next is, how do biotic and abiotic factors affect crop production? To answer, factor responsible for loss of grains during shortage, storage and production are, so in number one, in A, biotic factors like rodents, pests, insect, etc. B, abiotic factors like temperature, humidity, moisture, etc. Next, combination of both biotic and abiotic factors causes. So one is infestation of insects. Second, weight loss. Third, poor germination ability. And fourth, degradation in quality. Fifth, discoloration. Sixth, poor market price. So these are the important answers from this question. You need to be aware and cover these all points properly. Now next is, what are the desirable agronomic characteristics for crop improvement? So desirable agronomic characteristics for crop improvements are, so one is given, tallness and profuse branching are desirable characters for fodder crops. And B, dwarfness is desired in cereals so that less nutrients are consumed by these crops. Next question, what are micronutrients and why are they called micronutrients? So micronutrients are the essential elements which are utilized by the plants in large quantities. Many micronutrients are required by the plants for the following functions. So point one is, as the constituent of protopalms. Second, NPS are present in proteins. Second, next, Ca is present in cell wall, and Mg is important constituent of chlorophyll. Now we come with next question. We will discuss here. Yes. So we can complete it here now. How do plants get nutrients? The plant get nutrients from air, water and soil. There are 16 nutrients essential for growth of plants. So number one, carbon and the oxygen are supplied by air, and hydrogen is supplied by water. The remaining 30 nutrients are supplied by soil. Next question, question number 6. Compare the use of manure and fertilizers in maintaining soil fertility. The effects of using manures are soil quality. A, the manures enrich the soil with nutrients. Second, they provide a lot of organic matter, humus, to the soil and thus the restores water retention capacity of sandy soils and derange in clay soil. Third, the addition of manures reduces soil erosion. Fourth, they provide food for the soil organisms like soil-friendly bacteria. Now next, effects of using fertilizers on soil quality. So by the continuous use of fertilizers, the soil becomes powdery, dry, and rate of the soil erosion increases. So soil erosion is also important, which which you need to understand these all things properly, and these things also comes in your class 10th examination. So you need to be aware and cover everything properly. By the use of fertilizers, the organic matter decreases with the further decreases. The prosperity of soil and the plant roots do not get oxygen properly. Third, the nature of soil changes to acidic or basic. Next, which of the following conditions will give the most benefits and why? A. Farmers are high quality seeds. Farmers uses high quality seeds, do not adopt irrigation or use fertilizers. B. Farmers use ordinary seeds, adopt irrigation and use fertilizers. C. Farmers use quality seeds, adopt irrigation, use fertilizers and use the crop protection measures. So these are the questions how they are being given here. So you need to be aware. So according to that, you need to also be aware with your answer. In this C, farmers use quality seeds, adopt irrigation, use fertilizers, can use and use crop protection measures. Use of any quality seeds is not sufficient until they are properly irrigated, enriched with the fertilizers and protected from the biotic factors. Hence option will give the most benefits. Getting? We have done this answer. Now next is question number 8. We will cover everything from here. Why should prevention measures and biological controls methods be preferred for protecting crops? Diseases in plants are caused by the pathogens, and to get rid of pathogens, some preventative measures and biological control methods are used, as they are simple, economic, and the minimize pollutions without affecting the soil quality. Next, what factors may be responsible for losses of grains during the storage? To answer, the factors responsible for the losses of grains using storage are: number one, abiotic factors like moisture present in good grains. Second, humidity of air and temperature. Next point, biotic factors like insect, rodents, birds, mites, bacteria and fungi. Next question, which method is commonly used for improving cattle breeds and why? To answer, crossbreeding is a process in which indigenous varieties of cattle are crossed by exotic breeds to get breed which is high yielding. During crossbreeding, the desired characters are taken into consideration. The offspring should be high yielding, should have early maturity, and should be resistant to climatic condition. Thus, we have completed this here. Now, next, complete question number 11. Discuss the implication of the following statement. It is interesting to note that poultry in India's most efficient converter of low fiber food stuff, which is unfit for human consumptions, into high nutritious animal protein food. Answer, the basic aim of poultry farming is to raise domestic fowl for egg production and chicken meat. The poultry birds are not only the efficient converters of agriculture byproducts, particularly cheaper fibrous wastes, which is unfit for human consumptions, but can be formulated into cheaper diets for poultry birds into high quality meat and also help the providing egg. Features and nutrients rich manure. For this reason, it is said that poultry is in India's most efficient converter of low fiber food stuff into highly nutritious animal protein food. Now, question number 12. What management practices are common in dairy and poultry farming? So, now next is shelter. Dairy animals are poultry birds require a proper shelter. For example, well-designed dairy and hygienic shelter. Second, feeding. To get food yield of food products, proper feed is provided to dairy animals and poultry birds. Third, caring for animal health. Animal and birds must be protected from the diseases caused by virus, bacteria, or fungi. So some questions are also given there. Then after completing text question, we will also observe a textual, which is given textual question. Now 2 or 3 questions are left here. So after covering that, we can also discuss with those questions. So now let's start. What are the differences between the broilers and layers and in their management? So the poultry bird groomed for obtaining meat is called broiler, and the egg laying poultry bird is called layer. The housing, nutritional and environmental requirements of broilers are somewhat different from those egg layers. The ration, the daily food requirement for the broilers is protein rich, with adequate fat. The level of vitamins A and K is kept high in the poultry feeds, while the layers require enough space and proper lighting. Layers required restricted feed with the vitamins and minerals. Now next question is, how are fish obtained? So we have covered these all important facts from these all important questions from those all important summaries content in that chapter. When we have covered those all short notes, so we were finding that fishing areas in detail. So you can also keep revision from a last video, which is very necessary for you. Now to start from here, what is the question? How are fish obtained? There are two ways of obtaining fish. One is from natural resources, which is called capturing fishing, and the other way is by fish farming, which is called cultural fishery. So we have done these all both there in detail, so you can complete. Almost all the questions are being asked from there. Those points are really very important for you to keep revision from there also, and after that you can be able to understand easily. So next question is, what are the advantages of composite fish culture? In composite fish culture, a combination of 5 or 6 fish species is used in a single fish pond. These species are selected so that they do not compete for food among them and are having different types of food habits. As a result, the food available in all the parts of the pond is used. For example, the cattlers are the surface feeders, and the rahus feed in the middle zone of the pond. Mrigals and the common carps are the bottom feeders, and the the carps feed on the weeds. Together, these species can use all the food in the pond without competing with each other. This increases as fish yield from pond. Now next is 16. Question number 16. What are the desirable characters of bee varieties suitable for honey production? So we can see here the variety of bee should be able to collect a large amount of honey. Second, the bees should stay in a given beehive for a longer time or period. Third, the bees should have the capacity of breeding well. Fourth, the variety of bee should be disease resistant. Next question is, what is the pasturage. So what is the pasturage here, and how it related to honey production? The pasturage means the flowers available to the bees for nectar and pollen collection. In addition to adequate quantities of the pasturage, the kind of flowers available will determine the taste of the honey. Now next, these are the NCERT textual question, which is very important. We can also complete these all things in one video. That will be very helpful for you to cover everything in one video. So now let's start from here. Question number 1. Explain any one method of crop production which ensures high yield. The one method used of the crop production which ensures high yield is plant breeding. It is the science involved in improving the varieties of crops by breeding plants. The plants from the different areas places is picked up with the desired traits, and then hybridizations from or the cross breedings of these varieties is done to obtain a plant crop of desired characteristic. Next, the high yield crop variety shows the following characteristics. Next, high yield, early maturation, less water for irrigation, better quality seeds are produced, less fertilizers required, adapts itself to the environmental conditions. Now question number 2, why are manure and fertilizers used in fields? They are used to ensure good vegetation growth, leaves, branches and flowers, giving a raise to the healthy plants and result in high crop production. Question number 3, what are the advantages of the intercropping and crop rotation? So we can see here its answer is given. Advantages of using intercropping. So 1, it helps to maintain soil fertility. 2nd, it increases productivity for unit area. 3rd, save labor and time. 4th, both crop can be easily harvested and proceeded separately. Now next, advantages of using crop rotation. It improves the soil fertility. 2nd, it avoids depletion of a particular nutrient from soil. 3rd, it minimizes pest infestations and the diseases. 4th, it helps in weed control. 5th, it prevents the change in the chemical nature of the soil. Now next, question number 4, what is the genetic manipulation? How is it useful in agriculture practices? So genetic manipulations is a process of incorporating desirable genes, characters into crop varieties by hybridization. Hybridizations involves crossing between genetically dissimilar plants. This is done for production of varieties which desirable characteristics like profuse branching in fodder crops, high yielding variety in the maize, wheat, etc. So now I am making in frame. We have written till here, wheat, etc. Now genetic manipulations is used in developing varieties which shows, so first, increased yield. 2nd, better quality. 3rd, shorter and early maturity period. 3rd, better adaptability to adverse environmental conditions. And next point, desirable characteristics. So thus we have completed these all things from here. Next question is that how do storage grain losses occur? The factor responsible for the loss of grains during the storage are, so 1, abiotic factors like the moisture present in food grains. 2nd, humidity of air and temperature. 2nd, biotic factors like insect, rodents, the birds, the mites and bacteria. 6, how do good animal husbandry practices benefit farmers? So good animal husbandry practices are the beneficial to the farmers in the following ways. So number one, improvement of breeds of the uh, domesticated animals. Second, increasing the yield of the foodstuffs such as milk, eggs and meat. Third, proper management of the domestic animals in term of shelter, feeding, care and protection against diseases. Next, uh, which ultimate help the farmers to improve their economic condition. Thus we have completed till here. Now we will complete this left portion from here. Seventh, what are the benefits of the cattle farming? So cattle farming is very important. Cattle farming is beneficial in the following ways. So number one, meat production is increased by the high yielding animals. Second, good quality of meat, fiber and skin can be obtained. Third, good breed of the draught animals can be obtained. Now next question number 8, for the increasing production, for the increasing production, what is common in poultry, fisheries and the beekeeping? Fisheries and beekeeping. So now answer is through cross breeding, the production of the poultry, fisheries and beekeeping can be increased. Now question number 9, how do you differentiate between the capture fishing and mariculture and aquaculture? So we can see here in detail in answer. Number, capture fishing, it is the fishing in which the fishes are captured from the natural resources like ponds, sea water and estuaries. Next is mariculture. So what is mariculture? It is a culture of the fish marine water. The varieties like the prawns, oysters, bhetki and the mullets are the culture for fishing. Now next is aquaculture. It is done both freshwater and in marine water. Thus we have completed these points from here. So after completed, there are some additional question. We are covering these from full marks. If you want to cover additional, so it's okay, but these NCERT text question and textual question are really very important to keep revision and be updated. I will come with some more very important chapters from your related with your unit test and as well as for your final term examination. These chapters are really very important for you. These chapters will help you for class 9 to get very good marks, and related same thing and many questions will be come from class 10 chapters also. That will be very helpful for you to keep revision and be confident.